What's going on, everybody? My name is Austin Turner, and today I wanted to make a video showing off my new H2SM from a good friend of mine named Ryan. I believe his last name is Mingerion, maybe? Ryan, please don't kill me for butchering your last name. I am so sorry. But I wanted to give a review of this mask, a proper, full-on, in-depth review of me just sitting here talking about this mask, what I like, some things that I do dislike a little bit, slightly, nothing major, but some major, some slight little things that I think, could be done a little differently. Every artist is different, of course, so I'm not going to sit here and say that he did anything wrong, because as you can see, this is a beautiful mask, an absolutely beautiful work of art here. I do have this guy stuffed heavily. If you guys would like a stuffing tutorial, I could definitely upload that someday, because I do stuff kind of specifically. I don't just kind of stick my paper bags in my mask and then call it a day. I actually stuff in various spots of my masks to give them a proper shape. For example, when Dick Warlock wore the mask, which by the way was the same mask as the one from H1, he actually his temples were wider because he has a wider face, and that's what caused the eyes to stretch. So naturally, I stuff the mask here, and then of course his neck tend to pop out a little bit, so I actually stuff the mask here and down here. Now, I tried to give the mask a worn look, make it look like it's being worn at the moment, and I think I did a good job there. I also kind of restyled the hair a little bit. I didn't do too much, just kind of flattened the top, and then I kind of twisted the sides a little more than they were. But they were already pre-twisted. I just kind of twisted them a little more. But this guy is beautiful, beautiful mask. So let me get right on into this. Like I said, this is an H2SM, which is, in my opinion, if done right, could be one of the best Halloween 2 masks you can buy. Right now, Roland Kelly actually handles the H2SM masks. So if you're wanting one, like off the market, then Roland Kelly is your guy to go to. But I got this, of course, like I said, from my friend Ryan, who already had one, and I believe he got it from Martin Pena, and it was originally a H2SM new mold Kirk that Ryan took himself and repainted and converted into an H2 himself. So, yeah. So let me go ahead and start off with my pros about this mask, the things I really like, and I'm going to go ahead and, perfect timing, I'm going to turn off the music for a minute before I get copyrighted. Oops. Anyways, let me go ahead and talk about the pros of this mask. So, the hair is what I want to talk about first. I love this hair. This hair is amazing. It's super soft, and he really glued it in just right. I mean, he really did amazing with the hair job here. There's not a lot of hair on this mask, which I think was a great choice not to put a whole lot. Let me see if I can get a good... There you go. Good shot of the back there. You can see the hair's not very long. I believe he said that the top front layer of the hair, which is this layer here, was made with identical Kirk hair from Nikos, from Nicholas Art Gallery, or NAG. That's what Nikos from NAG said. He said that it's identical Kirk hair, so there's a little bit of identical Kirk hair on this. I don't know what the rest of it is. I think the rest of it might be just mohair. But it's so well done that I love it. One con that I do kind of have with the hair, one little gripe, is I think the coloring is a little off. Not that it's bad or anything. I just think the hair needs a little bit more of a brown or oranger tint to it, just a smidge, and then it would be perfect. But the hair he used and the hairstyle that he already pre-styled it with looks perfect. So I love that. The eye cuts. This is something I kind of want to touch on real quick. I love the way he did the eye cuts. He really put some fine detail into them. Fun fact, like I said a minute ago, the H2 mask was actually the same as the H1 mask, but by that time it had aged, and the eye cuts had already had a little bit of wear and tear to it. There were slight little rips in the eye cuts, which a lot of people surprisingly don't really notice too much. I've seen a lot of H2 replicas that did not include the eye cut rips. And what I mean by eye cut rips is the little rip right here. As you can see, the mask kind of corners off here, and that's where the crow's feet of the Kirks would start. But you can see the eye cut now extends further due to that eye kind of ripping off a little bit. And then if you can notice really closely, you can see a little rip at the top of the eye cut, which is very screen accurate because that was actually in H2. Of course, this eye didn't really have any eye cut or anything like that, any wear and tear. So that's pretty screen accurate as well. So I think the eyes he did was very screen accurate. The weathering. I think the weathering looks really, really great on this mask. I think he really did dirty it up, and it looks amazing. He really did great. I mean, this is really screen accurate, and I wish I could, like, touch it a little more, but I kind of stuffed it, and when I stuff it, it's, you know, my masks tend to be a little delicate to me when they're stuffed. They're like flowers. I just don't want to touch them that much. I just want to look at them. So I'm kind of trying to show different angles without touching the mask too much. I'm not going to put it on this video. I just, you know, I do not want to mess up the stuffing job because I really am happy with this stuff. Because, you know, the thing about Michael Myers masks is, you know, especially the SMs or even the DIYs, which if you haven't heard of those, that was something that Martin Pena used to do, and now Rick Ramby does those. So look up Rick Ramby on Facebook or Instagram, and you'll see what I'm talking about with those. Or just tune into my channel here in, I want to say, the next few weeks, and you'll see what I'm talking about because I'm actually supposed to be receiving 2 DIYs from Martin Pena in the near future. So cannot wait for that. So I'll, you know, when that time comes, I'll let you know what that's about. Anyways, you know, I really do love the weathering on this mask. It's really beautiful. And it really ties it together. One con I do have with the weathering is I think the T mark could be a little darker and just a little more there. But I understand what he was trying to go for. I think he was trying to go for a natural weather look. I think he was trying to avoid making it look painted, as if, and what I'm trying to say by that is like as if, you know, he's trying to avoid making it look like it was a painted T mark, and he's trying to make it look more like it was a natural dirt T mark that just, you know, came about the mask. Kind of like in the, you know, on the original Hero, the T mark was just an original, you know, bunch of dirt that kind of collected there and happened to form a T. I think that's what he was kind of going for. Same thing for the nose, which he did amazingly, by the way. One little gripe I do have as far as the paint job goes is I think the lips, although I think they're very great, I do like them. I will say I think they could use a little bit of a different shape to them. They're very screen accurate, don't get me wrong. But I do think they could use a little bit of an altercation in the shape of them. But other than that, that's all I've got. I mean, as you can tell, they're really small gripes because I really love this mask. It's very beautiful, and I paid a good price for this. I mean, he only had me pay $225 for this whole mask, and I've seen H2SM masks run for closer to $300, and so they're usually very expensive. Of course, I mean they're not now. You know, Roland Kelly makes them for about $230 shipped. So if you're wanting one from him, they're $230 shipped. Text him on Instagram for details. So just type in Roland Kelly, you'll find him. He's pretty awesome. He's a pretty cool dude. So shout out Roland. Shout out Martin Pena as well, because Martin Pena used to handle these masks, and he used to make them in Kirks. He used to finish them as H2s, H1s. He'd do them however you wanted them, you know. So shout out to him. Pretty awesome. And also shout out to Ryan M. I'm just going to say Ryan M, because I don't know how to pronounce your last name, bro. I'm sorry about that. But Ryan M. for giving me this amazing mask for a great price, and I was able to, snag this I'm pretty lucky to have this. And also shout out to my good friend James Grimm here on YouTube. This dude, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't even have this mask because he was the one that showed me this mask. He was, he messaged me one night on Facebook. He was like, dude, this mask is awesome. You need to check this out. And I was like, all right, bro. So I checked it out, got in contact with Ryan, and here it is. This mask is mine. And I'm super, super thankful. Also thankful for James getting me that guy right there. That was my new Madman blank, which is pretty cool because Madman is one of the first sculpts that NAG ever did. So it's pretty cool to have that. Got big plans for that. You guys will see that in the near future. But anyways, yeah. So I really love this mask. It's really amazing. The latex, I must say, let me see if I can get underneath here a little bit and try and show you. I don't know if you can tell how well, but the latex on this guy is super thin. And when I say thin, I mean super thin. I mean, I can kind of show you up here. This right here is my converted, rehauled Trick or Treat Studios hospital mask that was done by Martin Pena. And this mask here is thick. I don't know if I can show you real well, but this guy here is a pretty thick mask. And then you come down here to the SM, and this guy is super thin, which I actually like because that's movie accurate. For those of you who don't know, the original Hero was a thin mask. And, I mean, it just makes sense considering, it was originally a Don Post mass-produced mask in the store that you got for, like, what, $1? Or whatever the case may be. And, the latex was obviously super thin. But yeah, I mean, another thing I like real quick, kind of show off here, there's not too much flesh. I love that. There's not too much flesh tone going on. It's a really good amount here. And then I like the detail he did on the sides with the sideburns ripped off. I like the fact that he added little hairs on because that would make more sense. If there was little hairs still left over, that would just make more sense. And then also this side. Right there. Same thing. Pretty sweet. This mark on the forehead here, I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to be. To be honest, I think that's supposed to resemble a mark that is shown on the forehead backlot photo. Obviously, I'm not good at editing, so you're not going to see any of those photos appear over this video. But if you want to go look them up, well, have at it. But yeah, this guy is simply just beautiful. I love it. Super thankful. Thank you so much, Ryan, for this amazing, beautiful mask. I'm super happy to have it. And I'm super lucky to be owning it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to like or subscribe, that's on you. I don't really care. I'm not a big YouTuber, so, I don't know how many videos I'm going to do. So if you like and subscribe, cool. If you don't, cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my H2SM. This is Austin signing out. Bye.